All right, from the profile. Oh, actually, what are we doing? Henry, we didn't even explain what we're doing today. All right, so good friend Gabriel is back in the chair. Last time we did a middle part. I think it was actually inspired by Leonardo DiCaprio, right, Gabriel? I think so. Okay, cool. This time, we're gonna do a modern twist to this, baby. We're gonna keep the fringe long. I really like actually where the fringe is sitting. The last haircut wasn't myself, but I do actually like where the length is at currently. Difference now, guys, I'm really liking these burst fades. I'm telling you, I really wanna apply it again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this with a brush back. So again, might have a little bit of a twist, might add texture, we might change the fabric of the hair, but the overall look, brush back, burst, keep some of the nape, keep some of the length. Maybe we'll play around with it at the very end. We'll texture it. But overall, guys, I'm gonna show you a very efficient, clean, easy way to do this in the salon. Let's just say 30 to 40 minutes. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, from the ridge of the nose. Standard process, baby. Standard process. All right. Okay, guys. Apex. Woo, all the way to the mastoid. Bring it all forward. Whoa, hold up, pause right there. I know you're into this tutorial and you've probably been taking notes, studying the sectioning, watching the fade placement, but let me ask you something. If you've already watched these tutorials and you've been watching my content and trying to level up, why not just go all in? I've built something for barbers just like you. It's called the Essentials Program. It's a private community packed with weekly coaching calls, advanced tutorials, support from elite barbers, and constant accountability. And get this, it's $80 a month. That's one haircut, 2 at most. You probably spent more last week on Uber Eats anyways. This is for barbers who are done with staying stuck, who want to improve their fades, their sectioning, their scissor work, their styling, and even how to post content to book clients. And I'm gonna keep it real. If it doesn't blow your mind, you tell me. I'll send you that $80 back. No catch. But if you're serious about becoming the go-to name in your city, then you belong in there. Click the link in the description, join the Essentials program, and I'll see you on the inside. Now, let's get back to the cut. And there we go. Okay, everything from here goes forward. Okay, I'm gonna stand from the front and do the other way. And boom, everything comes forward. Okay, and then we're gonna separate that front. Beautiful. And now we're gonna stand from the front. Okay, so similar process as usual. Knuckles have to get really tight in here, guys. Look at that, boom. Okay, that's section 1. Section 2 now follows. Okay, over direct. Section 3. Back to previous. Okay, we're gonna move in this exact way all the way through. Because this is a burst, we're gonna keep all of this. And what I need to do starting from this point on, which is, I would say slightly a little bit behind the mastoid, is over direct. But again, I don't need a full connection. Perfect. All this weight is what I wanna remove, and everything in here I wanna keep pointed outwards. Be careful though, because this is a tight shot, okay? Meaning that we don't wanna take it too short as well, because the hair is quite straight. So if we take it too short, the last thing I want is this to stick out. Okay, so I'm aware of this. And like I said, this is where we start refining the process. Again, we have something shorter at the bottom while still maintaining some of that weight and length. Again, now I could go back into it from the top. And if I still feel like it's too long, what do? We could refine it. Okay, let's see. To be honest, guys, I don't feel like we need to touch this. This is gonna be mostly how I'm gonna cut it once it's dry, but overall, it doesn't need much refining, okay? So, time to do the top. Like I said, the main thing, the biggest problem area was going to be the sides, and we knew this from the very beginning. So let's brush everything towards the back now. And we're just gonna refine some of this. The reason, guys, why I'm going a lot shorter internally and creating these pieces is because, like I said, I like the length, but I need more movement. It's falling towards his face and I don't want to see that. So by just texturizing internally a lot more, we're going to see a lot more movement, and it's just going to allow for the hair to sit towards the back rather than having it fall towards the face. Okay, the shape horizontally, still round. But look how I'm cutting this. I'm just creating a lot more internal layers. So technically we're just very much focusing on just the weight here rather than the length. Just clean up some of those lengths. There we go. We're already seeing this sit a lot better already. Okay guys, so now we're just gonna blow dry it. Again, we have that disconnection, but I wanted to keep it because I want to make that decision at the very end, once it's fully dry, if I still have to connect it. Okay, again, blow drying this in a systematic way. We start with the sides, we blow dry with the sides. Okay guys, so now that we're gonna do the burst, it's very important to understand how to do it. Again, graduated weight line is here. It doesn't get past here. You can't really see it anymore. So we're gonna start with our number 3. And again, we're gonna preserve a lot of this corner here. So we're gonna actually not take it as high in this area. And this is where you wanna go slightly higher. And as we get towards the back, you just wanna slightly just pivot a little bit. Okay, and you wanna bring this down. There we have it. We already have that weight line sitting, which is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so now we go back with my number 1. And if you look at his hair, it's actually quite fine. So we gotta be very careful. This is where I gotta be patient, and this is where I become an artist. So number 1, and slightly using the corners as I get to the top. Nice tight fade, and slightly close, bring the head down. Alright guys, so now that we've done the fade, time to finalize the last few pieces of the cut. Okay, so applied a bit of Hades. This is almost like a stronger cream, but it's gonna allow the texture, it's gonna allow the movement. And to be honest guys, this is looking like a masterpiece. Alright. All right, guys, so this is my final look on Gabriel. Again, it's actually quite simple. Everything past the mastoid, little maybe an inch past the mastoid, again, it's visual. You start over directing. The graduation is the same. The only difference is you got to get tighter with your knuckles or fingertips, depending on the area, either the left or right side, but you just got to envision that a number 2 is going to sit underneath your graduated weight line. Then what do we do at the top? Just texturize it, kept it mostly because the crown is actually sitting quite nice. Nope, Gabriel, if you move again, I don't know what I'm going to do. And yeah, blow dried it, kept it disconnected in the front. I wanted to, but you can still see it still visually looks really good. And that is my final look with low fade, nice transition, looks beautiful, kept a bit of that weight line through the corners and the nape. Easy haircut, 45 minutes, we're done. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next one.